Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tipsy Ghosts. We are tipsy hosts Sarah, and Lindsay.
Hey guys.
Hi.
She just likes to beat me out of the gate.
She put the S on the end. Hi guys.
It's me.
Jeff Samanskus.
That was special.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't know about you guys, but
Yes.
okay. Lindsay?
Probably.
It's been kind of a weird, rough couple of weeks for me. I can't explain it. And it's not one big thing, but several weird things. And it's just been not a great couple weeks. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
To top it all off, at work the other day, a patient asked if Boydston was my daughter.
I heard about that.
And then said, well, it's because she's little. And so he managed to offend both of us. But me more so, I think, because ouch.
He hit us both where it hurts.
Yes. Don't ever refer to Boydston's size.
Don't talk about my height.
Her height, whether she's small, she's little, she's tiny.
It's also always rude to anybody you speak with to refer to them as old.
Agreed. And then, he took it one step further. And I said, man, do I really look old enough to be her mom? And he goes, I'm sorry, I thought you were grown.
We're both grown.
Which is also insulting to me.
We're both grown, just not grown enough to be her mom. I don't know.
This is not like a high school student practicum internship here.
Anyways, he really hit me in my weak spot. So anyways, I've decided I want you guys to do something that will make me happy.
Okay.
And I've sent you a quiz.
Can I mention that when I came into work yesterday, so I come in at night and I'm I've been up for a few hours, but I'm still exhausted. And my coworker goes, what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, nothing. And she goes, you look rough.
Oh, I hate it when people say that.
Thank you. What is the proper response?
That is never nice.
What's the proper response? She goes, you just look like you have bags under your eyes. And I was like, thank you.
I'm tired.
All right. So which Taylor Swift song perfectly matches your vibe?
Okay.
Answer a few questions to find out.
This is going to make me happy. I just can.
Are you doing it too? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay.
It's Shake It Off.
However,
Haters going to hate Boydston.
well, here's the thing.
It should be your mantra is what it's trying to say.
The description.
That's a good one.
You're fun and upbeat, and you have a super friendly personality.
Oh,
You
I agree with that.
Meeting new people and trying new things.
Yes.
And you're always thinking outside the box.
This is
You're
so
a
up your
glass
alley.
half full kind of person.
yes, I've always thought that.
No wonder what you go through. You always keep your head up.
Oh,
I have never heard truer words spoken.
I can't believe they figured that all out with 5 questions. It is incredible. It is a great song.
It is a great song, but the description is...
I do like to try and shake things off. My motto for this month is to pick your battles.
Shake things off instead of ruminate and fixate.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Sarah?
I got bejeweled. Did you?
We're the same person.
Okay, go ahead. You can read it.
We are confident and bold, and we know who we are. We always stand up for ourselves, and we never let anyone walk all over us. We also have a great sense of style. We are a total boss.
Wow.
It is rude that you were laughing at this.
Spot on with that description. Thank you. My style is incredible.
You had me at bold.
We'll never go out of style.
Which one of us is more bold?
Lindsay.
Okay.
Is it our t-shirts and leggings that are so in style?
We're girl bossing it.
Obviously.
Wait, which one is more bold? Me?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You always stand up for yourself. Do I?
No.
At work I do, but that doesn't count.
Work me is different than real me.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
No, I have to be different at work. You're different at work.
Yeah, I have to talk to people.
Yeah, you have to talk to people, but you also
This
have
is
to
you
be
at work.
You have to be assertive.
Oh, you're fun, outgoing.
Yeah.
You shake things off. I would never refer to myself as a boss. I don't feel like I'm a
You're a
boss.
total boss.
Boss.
Yeah.
Okay. That was fun and
Thank you.
accurate.
It was spot on. I picked that one because it was short. There's several others, but we'll have to do those later.
Thank you.
When-
I am so friendly and outgoing.
Do you feel better about yourself? Did it boost your confidence?
Yeah, I'm just going to shake everything off.
I'm just going to be bejeweled.
You know, if I could look like her in that video.
Really love that song.
Me too. Would you guys like to hear a paranormal song? It's a song about ghosts.
Please sing your story.
Paranormal.
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 And that is
Paranormal.
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 That's really good. Keep going.
You started
Different
it.
song, but I liked it.
You said paranormal song.
I know I did. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
It's got one word.
It did go on slightly longer than I thought it would, but
you know,
I still
I
loved
just decided to go for it and go in my upper register. I feel like it was a solid choice.
I'm friendly and outgoing, so I let it go on longer.
I'm a boss and I made that decision.
I'm disappointed you didn't sing it in the tune of Shake It Off.
Can't do it.
Okay, well, unfortunately I shan't be singing this story to you.
Disappointed, but okay.
Okay, well, we all know I like to watch very random horror movies.
Yes.
Right.
Some obscure ones.
I don't know how they happen.
You get on the weird side of the
know.
internet and the TV.
And then I end up watching all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I came across one that I found kind of interesting recently. And at the end, it said it was based on real events. And of course, I had to go to Google.
Of course.
To confirm.
Yes.
Confirm. The movie is called Godless, The Eastfield Exorcism.
I have not heard of it.
Can you have an exorcism without God?
They're saying the person who needed the exorcism was godless.
Godless, The Eastfield Exorcism.
Okay. What streaming platform was this on?
I
Probably
don't
Prime.
remember. Yeah.
Sounds like a Prime thing.
I watch a lot of like Tubi movies.
Oh, okay.
Those are kind of out
I've never
there.
gotten on Tubi before.
It's free, and
free.
there's
You
a
should.
reason.
Yeah. You get movies like this.
There's a reason. So you can watch Godless.
This wasn't actually one of the worst ones. I actually watched the whole thing and didn't hate it. So there's that.
Okay.
Googled it. Turns out it's true.
Ooh.
It's based on the exorcism
Yes.
of
obviously.
a woman named Joan Vollmer. Okay, so here's a story.
All about how.
Thank you. I was hoping
Joan's
that would
life got flipped upside down.
Sarah, I'd like to just sit there, talk about how.
The Eastfield Exorcism of Joan. No.
There we go.
Okay, January, except for it's not Joan now. It's 1993.
Are we sure this isn't our musical episode? It feels like it.
It's slowly turning into that.
We need costumes.
Oh, gosh. We'll have to decide after you hear the story and decide who gets to be who.
Okay. All right.
None of the figures are good. I'm just going to say that.
I'll be thinking. Okay.
January 1993. Ralph and Joan.
I'll be stranger number 3.
Stranger number 3 sucks in this story, too.
I was like, I'll think about it immediately. Stranger number 3.
Horse legs. It's giving real horse legs energy.
I picked the demon.
Okay, we've already figured it out. Don't even need to tell the story, really.
I'm the couch.
Okay, anyways, we are at January 1993.
Okay.
Ralph and Joan Vollmer lived in Antwerp, Victoria, in Australia.
Australia. We've done so many Australian stories.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know why it came out that way, but I was just excited. We've done so many Australian stories.
I could tell.
Australia.
It's our musical episode.
It's very theatrical. Thank you.
I was singing it.
I felt it.
I was singing Australia. All right, continue. We're in Australia.
1993.
This is beautiful. So excited.
Going well.
We're on the second sentence.
Well, Antwerp was where we were.
Antwerp.
Mm-hmm. It's a very small town, and it had about 63 residents.
This is very small.
I'd like to be resident number 50.
I think resident number 5.
I am number 63 because I'm a follower.
Okay.
Okay.
Ralph began noticing that Joan was acting bizarre. He said that she was lurching and dancing around outside. She was flailing her arms and legs and yelling at what seemed to be thin air.
What is lurching?
I picture like lurching.
Like lurching and dancing outside like
like dry heaving? I don't know.
Oh, like a cat.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Okay, yeah. Okay. That's just an interesting word to use. I got it. Okay.
Ralph also claimed that she was, quote, acting like a prostitute.
Ooh.
Whatever that means.
Ralph.
Okay. I don't know. Well, he didn't say, and I don't care to know.
Like, maybe she was like hypersexual or something like that.
Maybe. This description is a little weird. He said that she would take on the physical form of a pig or a dog.
Physical aspect. Her nose got smushed up.
Yeah.
That's what
She
he
grew
says.
a tail.
Yeah.
A curly tail.
That
Or
sounds
maybe
about
thought
right.
that she was. I don't know.
Maybe.
She also at one time thought that she was a sheep shearer.
I mean, anybody can be a sheep shearer.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you're possessed. Come on, Ralph.
People shear sheep all the time.
Ralph decided that obviously something bad was happening to Joan.
She's acting like a goat, or
And-
not a goat, a pig and a dog. Let's fixate on that instead of the sheep shearer.
Yeah, that just seemed kind of random.
She's
There's
lurching.
There's a really broad description of what's
She's acting
happening
like
here.
a prostitute. And also a pig.
And also a dog. I don't know.
Her limbs are flailing.
All these things at once does seem concerning.
It's all weird.
And she's shearing sheep?
Oh my god. That was the last straw.
that was
sharp.
it.
You don't know how to shear sheep. Who is this person?
This is an uneven cut.
Joan, there's something wrong with you.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back, and he determined it had to have been a demon.
Yes, that makes total
Obviously.
perfect sense. Yes.
She was possessed, is what he determined.
Yes.
So, okay, Ralph, he decided to go ahead and try to get rid of these demons on his own.
Mm.
That makes sense as well.
First, he locked her in the basement for several days.
Oh, no.
And when this was not successful,
Imagine
he
that.
decided to tie her to the bed.
He's making smart choices.
Ralph claimed that Joan would continue to scream throughout the night and that these were her demons still, and that they were obviously still possessing her body. So he didn't know what to do at this point. He'd done all he knew how to do by himself. So,
Locking her in the basement
Yeah.
and tying her to a bed.
yep, that was it.
She's screaming. That's the demon.
She's still possessed. She's
I-
lurching in the bed.
Can't do anything else to help you.
I don't know what else to do. So who did he call?
Ghostbusters.
A priest.
Neither.
His mom.
His neighbor.
Oh, I was close. What if his mom's his neighbor?
I don't know that. I don't think so, but
That is a good point.
the neighbor's name was Leanne Reichenbach. The two of them then at that point decided to call a 78-year-old spiritual leader named Leah Clugston. And over the phone, they received coaching on how to rid the human body of evil spirits.
Oh, so exorcisms can be done by anybody at this point.
Yeah,
Okay, that sounds legit.
I
via
would like-
phone consult.
I'd like to know what she suggested.
Not good things.
No, we're going to find out, aren't we?
During the coaching session, they both realized that Joan was living with 10 separate demons inside of her.
Oh, wow.
It's a full house.
Poor Joan. In so many ways, it's about to get so much worse. They tied Joan to a chair with her own stockings and then began an intense prayer session. Of course, because that's what they got to do, right? To get the demons out of her.
Yeah, tying her up and,
Right.
that didn't work.
So she was not given any food or water. And when she tried to close her eyes to sleep, they would pry them open with their thumbs so that the demon could better confront the Lord.
Cool. Sleep deprivation. That's going to work.
So Joan continues to fight whatever they're trying to do to her. So they call in reinforcements. They called in another member of the church, a 28-year-old David Klingner, and he took over and he tied Joan with even more of her own stockings to the chair. He also slapped her repeatedly to, quote, summon the demons. So 3 days go by. Joan's now suffered from physical torture at the hands of her husband, her neighbor, and fellow churchgoer. And by this time, the group felt that they had gotten rid of everybody except for two very strong evil spirits. So on day 4 of the exorcism, they bring in a 23-year-old named Matthew Nuske to eliminate the final 2 demons.
I have a question.
Okay. I may not know it, but
Why are they consulting folks in their 20s?
well, keep in mind there's 60 people in the town.
The options are probably limited.
So, and this was, a community that was believed in their faith very strongly, and that was a big part of their daily life. And they
Okay.
all thought that this was the right thing to do. and they trusted on whoever was the best person to do it. So this 23-year-old was recommended by his mother.
Oh. Well, I'm sold.
My mom says I'm wonderful.
My mom says I'm doing
exorcist.
great. Yeah.
So Matthew came highly recommended by his own mother, who said he had a God-given ability to exorcise demons, even though he'd never actually done it before.
Well,
he just claimed he could.
He got My First Exorcism kit when he was 6.
And also, you're in a town of 60-something, and there's not a lot of exorcism needs.
Not a lot of opportunity
She's
there.
like, here's your chance, son.
Do not
You've
miss.
got a God-given talent here.
It's got one shot.
Do not
Miss your chance.
How many times are we going to reference this song on this podcast?
as many times as we want. Okay, Matthew. Okay, so he's never actually exorcised demons.
No, but she's got the vibe that he can.
Yeah, she's like, he probably can. He's really good.
And he showed up and he said, if you need a list of references, call my mom.
Past experience, none.
Past experience, probably good. None. But my mom says I am great.
I read about it once, and I think I'm pretty good. Matthew instructed the group to destroy all of Joan's possessions because they were also possessed by demon energy.
Oh, gosh.
Sadly.
Big demon energy.
Yep, big D.
Oh, boy.
Okay, sorry.
She's... Okay, yep. Took it too far. We got the Lindsay head
Shocker.
You knew you were going to get it at some point in this episode.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
And not in a good way. This included knocking down her garden beds and smashing her greenhouse with a hammer.
Aww.
That is very hurtful.
It's just mean, honestly.
Flowers are really hard to get right.
According to them, they were possessed.
Listen,
also by the
I've
D.
never heard of a possessed flower.
Or greenhouse.
I'm going to get you.
Except in Little Shop of Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
Those plants were possessed.
Ooh, I learned this from you. Little shop
of horrors, little shop
of terrors.
This is our musical episode.
I think you're right.
Ah!
Again, it just keeps getting better and better.
Say more happy. Words and we'll sing them.
Next, he wrapped her house 7 times in saran wrap.
Does saran wrap protect against demons? That's a lot of saran wrap. Also to go around the house 7 times.
Things of saran wrap did he use?
I get the number 7, but
he went to Costco.
That is a lot of saran wrap.
He probably had to summon all of the saran wrap in the town.
He cleared out their Walmart.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Australia.
Contacted all 61 other citizens.
And said, bring me your saran wrap.
I must have it for this exorcism.
Foil will not do.
I think he's making this up on the fly.
Parchment paper will never hold up.
No. Aluminum foil is for aliens and conspiracy theories. Okay?
That would have been
demons need the
people
saran
in.
wrap. Right. Yes.
I'm insulted by that. It's simply for aliens, not for conspiracy theories. How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
Also for conspiracy theories.
Sarah agrees with me.
You're both wrong.
Oh.
Well, okay. Did you know you can use saran wrap to wrap your house?
To protect against demons.
To protect from any spirits that might have been drawn to the house because of all the activity from the exorcism.
I'm even trying to understand the reasoning behind this, and I can't.
It's so they'll boing off the saran wrap. You shall not pass. Boing. Yeah, it's like, have you seen those videos where people try to walk through the doorways? That's what happens to the ghost.
It hits their face.
Yeah, they have to wrap it really high.
It almost sounds like, though, that they're trapping them inside the house because
their little demon glasses get stuck.
So they can't get out of the house because it's saran wrapped.
Yeah.
This is the opposite effect.
Clothesline them.
Matthew.
I don't think Matthew really knows what he's doing, but
I think he's making it up as he goes. And his mom's just in the sidelines. You're doing great, honey.
See, I told you he was good.
He's good. Look at that saran wrap. Mm-hmm. That's a
I
good
taught
job.
him that.
Okay, well, this is where things get worse, even more so for Joan. So
we're just
hang in
going
there.
to keep going downhill.
Yeah, after that, just hang in there. On January 30th, 1993, Matthew beat Joan across the head repeatedly, smashing her head into the wall over and over. He told the others to sit on her body with all of their weight as she begged them to stop. They then moved her body to the bedroom for one final exorcism. The group of 5 people put all of their weight on Joan's stomach, which crushed her internal organs. Neski claimed that the demons were attached to her tongue, so he pried her mouth open with his hands and nearly dislocated her jaw.
Oh, gosh.
The group then laid on her and moved their weight up her body in order to squeeze the demon out of her mouth.
Like a roll of toothpaste.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. And what this did was put so much... Seriously.
That was dark.
Was it?
Well, when you hear what's going to happen.
Okay, I don't want to know what's going to happen.
Well, what ended up happening was the pressure on her neck was so high that it caused her to begin having a heart attack.
I'm sure.
And after they finally stood up, Ralph described Joan as a hissing and frothing, and said that's when her demons finally came out with a groan.
Or maybe she was having like a seizure.
So in reality,
or dying.
The pressure on her neck was so high that the thyroid cartilage had been fractured, which caused her to have a heart attack and finally killed her.
Mm.
And once the group finally realized that she had died, they began rejoicing and waiting for her resurrection.
Oh, no.
The group prayed over her dead body for 2 days, but nothing happened. She was not resurrected. So Leah Clugston, she was the one who gave the spiritual advice over the phone.
Yes.
They phoned her and they were like, hey, she has not resurrected.
She's not coming back to life and it's been 2 days.
And she's like, that's weird. So she arrived at the farmhouse and stated that she had gotten word from the Lord that shortly after Joan's death, she should be able to put her hands on Joan's dead body, and this will cause Joan to rise from the dead. This did not work.
Imagine that.
So then Leah calls a local Baptist minister for assistance. And when the minister arrives, he noticed that the group was just casually eating lunch next to the dead body that was covered in flies by this point. The minister then thought, something's not right here, and he calls a doctor to the farmhouse.
Oh, good. Some common sense is coming to the farmhouse.
That is not common. Even the best of doctors is not going to bring.
Well, no, but like he's like, we should get somebody here.
So I think the police would be a good choice.
Well, yes.
So the doctor finally gets the idea, and he has to, what he says is kind of tread lightly with the group because obviously they think what they're doing is perfectly fine. Like she's going to wake up. It's going to happen.
They're so
any
delusional,
moment.
Yeah.
So he's like, maybe we should probably get the police involved here. And he did. He called the police.
Good for him.
So a few days after Joan's death, Ralph was quoted as saying, quote, God has a solemn promise that she will rise on the day of her funeral, and he wants us to witness it.
Oh my gosh, they're still not letting it go.
Remember, this is in the 90s, so it's not like current where everybody has social media and everything, but you can, there's people, there's news, there's people.
It's not archaic.
Right, yes.
It wasn't that long ago.
No.
Right. So members of the group told police that they felt as if it had been a successful exorcism and that Joan was still going to return. Ralph even invited the media to his wife's funeral for them to witness for themselves what this great miracle would be.
I'm going to guess there was no miracle.
Spoiler alert, it did not happen. Supposedly, during the funeral or right after the funeral, when Joan did not rise from the dead, Ralph looked very confused and he began weeping and was very, very sad that she was actually dead. It just hit him.
Yeah, it took a while to hit him.
Yeah, because he thought, she'll come back to life at her own funeral. No, friend, that did not happen. So after this, 4 people were charged with manslaughter, including Ralph Vollmer, Matthew Neske, and Leanne Reichenbach, the neighbor, and David Klingler. And he was one of the initial people to do the exorcism. Leanne Reichenbach received 4 months for manslaughter and false imprisonment.
4 months?
David Klingler received 3 months for the same charges. And Matthew Neske was found guilty of false imprisonment and received a suspended sentence. Ralph Vollmer was convicted of false imprisonment and reckless injury. He received a suspended sentence and did not serve any jail time.
This is amazing.
So now Ralph left the farmhouse shortly after and moved to Queensland, where he lives with his new wife. And never served any jail time.
4 months is the longest jail time they served.
And I actually don't think any of them had to serve.
Because they were probably in prison waiting for trial.
Mm-hmm. So that was the story, which was kind of a little more true crime as I got into it, but it's still a story of an exorcism. So there you go.
I don't like that.
No.
I don't either. I don't like the lack of justice.
I don't like the lack of justice. I don't like the way anything went down. And let me tell you, the movie, they portray pretty closely what happened in real life.
Really?
With all the stuff with them sitting on her and her jaw, all the things. I was shooketh when I saw the movie. And then when I read that those things actually happened, it's really, really sad to think what they put her through.
I don't know anything about Australia's criminal justice system.
Same.
Caveat. But I wonder if they use like an insanity plea or something like that because they like honestly believed that she would come back from the dead.
Probably. And I mean, maybe that's why it was just manslaughter and not ever a murder.
That they didn't have intent to kill her.
Right. That they all genuinely thought that they were helping her.
What an awful way to die.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing that case to our attention. That is probably a very lesser known exorcism.
That was not an exorcism.
Well, no, but
it was an attempted exorcism.
It was an attempted exorcism
for her to be possessed.
Successful murder
with nobody from the church actually being there.
Nope, not
until the end. And then the pastor's
call.
Like, yeah, I don't like it.
Neither did I. Now you'll have to watch the movie.
Can't wait.
You spoiled the ending.
I did. It's still worth a watch.
Okay, I'll consider it.
Okay.
Did you look in your research and see what people think really happened to her? Like why she was suddenly acting all different?
It was really difficult to research because most of it is just news articles. Like, I know that Wikipedia is not like a source of information, but there's not even that. There's a Wikipedia page for the movie.
Sure.
But there's a lot of news articles about just like what happened, basically. My guess, there was one point where it said, was she having a mental breakdown? Who knows what was happening with her?
I mean, was she like ill and was encephalopathic?
They never said. There's a whole slew of things that could have actually been going on, like with a probably real physical diagnosis.
Right.
I mean, she could have been possessed, but I feel like it's probably a little more like metabolic.
Yeah.
But we'll never know because they never took her to a doctor to rule anything out.
Look how weird
or a
people
psychiatrist.
act when they have UTIs, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Maybe she's had a UTI.
This is the 90s. This is not like back in the old days when people did not know about mental illness or like medical diagnosis.
Yeah, it's odd to think like that's where your brain goes first.
Yeah. That's a demon. She's acting different.
Can you
It's a
imagine
demon.
all the patients that would have demons right now.
Every altered mental status we get.
I know.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in this week to our paranormal episode. You can always find us at thetipsyghost.com with our socials linked from there, or send us an email at thetipsyghost@gmail.com.
Please give us a 5-star rating and a great review anywhere you listen to podcasts. We really appreciate it, and it really does help.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.